Hello, folks. Guess what time it is? If you said time for horrible wildfires outside that destroy everybody's houses, then you would be right. Also, it's another week of Whiskey Noobs. And I don't know how well you can see us. It's a good question, actually. There's really not very much sun outside because of all of the smoke outside. It's like super smoky from the fires here in Oregon. So hopefully our lighting tech guy, Gabe, he always messes up the lighting. Yeah, that's right. Look at me, Gabe. Messed up. All right, so now that Gabe has been reprimanded, we're gonna get into it. It's whiskey time. Oh yeah, I'm Kevin. And this is Doriana, my co-host. You should know that by now. If you don't, then go back a video and watch that one. Actually, go back and watch all of the videos.
That would be helpful.
All right, so because of the depressing state outside, I didn't want to just go to the liquor store and grab something that was $10 and come back and instantly hate it, and that's all the episode was. I wanted to get something that was a little higher up, and this is something that I've never seen before. I'd never heard of it. They had actually handwritten the tag, the price tag out, so it was $23, $24, something like that. But it was handwritten tag. I'm guessing they just got it. It is Fistful of Bourbon. Blend of 5 straight bourbon whiskeys. That is 45% alcohol, created with 100 years of whiskey blending experience. And I came to find out some stuff that we'll get to later, but this is actually made by one of the people that made Monkey Shoulder, which is something that we really like. We reviewed that really early on. So we kind of cracked into it a little bit last night. We were going to record yesterday, and then we said, screw it, we'll just record today. But we were like, well, let's go ahead and try this and see what we think of it. Because, again, depressing state outside. Everybody needs to drink a little whiskey right now and take the edge off. We came to like it. We'll go over it now. What we're gonna get out of it, what we got out of it last night. Maybe we'll get something different out of it. But this was a very interesting and rewarding experience for a whiskey that I've never heard of, or just decided to buy it. That doesn't happen very often, where I just go and I buy something and it actually turns out very well, because it's got that kind of cinnamony punch, or it did last night. Actually, that's not what punches me in the face. I get more of a buttery smell this time.
Yeah, it's the same for me as last time, except for lemon. It's like I feel like that's the first thing I read from it was just very citrusy, and then this time it's lemon again. I remember saying limoncello last night, so that's funny. Like
this time I'm getting
buttery.
maybe some oak. But it's kind of sweet. It's got cinnamon flavor. It's got cinnamon there and a spice, but it's sweet. What they're going for with this whiskey is 5 distinct whiskeys that they blend together, and they're each a different finger of their fistful of bourbon. And I don't know if I get 5 distinct different things out of it, but it does. Maybe it's somebody that lost a finger. It might be that. 4 fingers.
This is definitely like, I remember saying last night, it's a party whiskey, and I feel like that's the same. It has like every tropical flavor that I can imagine would be in a liquor.
It's just got a very nice smell to it. I really like all of the distinct smells that play together and work off of each other. Let's see what we get this time.
It's very wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting overpowered by any of the smell. I feel like it smells really light. Like it's almost hard to smell it once you've been smelling it. And then it
got vanilla
smooth
and butter. Cinnamon was more downplayed on that one. reading nutmeg on the back of it. What does that say? hints of nutmeg and spices. I mean, cinnamon's a spice, you know what I mean? So I don't know what the difference between that and cinnamon and licorice is. That all kind of blends together to me when you say, all right, we got spice and nutmeg and cinnamon and licorice. That's all kind of the same wheelhouse for me.
I feel like I definitely get more of a nutty spice than a floral spice. I feel like it's more of the liquor that gives me anything that's like a flowery smell.
I kind of get you,
vanilla, or it's like a sweet. Just nothing really comes to mind for the sweetness. It's just, or maybe like a molasses, a syrupy type of.
Maybe a little molasses, but it's very faint. It's not like it punches you in. None of this really punches you in the face. I'd say this is a very good blend of 5 different. It almost feels like you bought an infinity bottle with 5 different kinds of bourbon in it. I really like this one. This is. I hope I can continue to find it, because I would continue to buy this one and keep it up on the shelf. Our shelf's kind of dying right now, just because of the state of how things are in the world. But yeah, money's tight, whiskey's tight, so it's good to get something like this and be surprised by it. And hey, found something good. If I got this and a bottle of Evan Williams, that only set me back like $40, and that's 2 really good bottles of whiskey right there. I might put this up by the normal Elijah Craig, like under it, maybe above, not above it, but around that. It's just I like this one.
Yeah, it's up there for me. It surprised me a lot. I don't know if I've had as fun experience with something. I wasn't, like you said, I didn't know about it. I wasn't thinking anything before we tried it, so that was nice.
Well, I did say that it's made by the same company that makes Monkey Shoulder. That was our first review that we did, but they also William Grant and Sons. That's the distiller company. But and they also make Glenfiddich, which is one that we haven't reviewed yet, but that's also a really nice Scotch that a lot of people like. Their master blender is Kelsey McKinnich. I don't know if that matters or not, but she's the one that went from, because this is actually made in Scotland. I didn't know that. This is they're a Scottish company, so they sent this lady over to the States to find 5 different whiskeys. So she tried a whole bunch of different whiskeys and came up with these 5, blended them together in a blender, hit the blend button, and they put it in this bottle and put it on the shelf for us to enjoy here in the United States. So I thank you, William Grant and Sons, for your contribution to the bourbon world. Even though you normally do Scotch, when you do bourbon, you do it right. I'll give you that. You may not be, putting it in barrels yourself over there in Scotland, but I don't know. What if you made a bourbon over in Scotland? Would it still be a bourbon? Interesting. These are United States bourbons. What if you made bourbon over in Scotland?
Yeah, that's what the world needs.
Is it still called Scotch?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is it always called Scotch if it's made in Scotland? See, I need to know that. I'm asking her these questions. I'm asking the audience these questions. Y'all come to me. This is why you come to me, for this type of knowledge, and I don't have it for you. And I'm sorry, I let you down today. All the smoke in the air, it just must have destroyed the connections in my brain. Who am I again? I don't even know who I am.
It is quite smoky. I feel like it's even smokier right now than all the other days.
Yeah, it's gonna continue to get smokier until it's eventually nothing but smoke in the air, and our bodies adapt like Charles Darwin to breathe smoke instead of oxygen. I know this episode is just going right off the rails, but
gotta blame it on something. Blame it on the fires.
There you go. I'll blame it on the smoke and the fires.
This was a happy. It was very light. Like I know it doesn't look like summer at all, but this is a perfect time to have a summery.
No, this would be this is like a great summer bourbon. This is, and I would bring this out and use this for cocktails or use. It's just got a lot of different good flavors already. I don't know. What do you got? What do you got? Anything else? You got a whiskey fact? You got a? No. You don't have anything this week?
I totally forgot.
Yeah, man. This is us at our I guess least. I don't know. But Fistful of Bourbon, if you can find it, pick up a bottle and let us know in the comments what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and kill this episode. We'll go ahead and stab it with a couple knives, get it out of here. Hopefully next week you can see us better. For all I know, everything is just smoking here, and I'm adapted to it. So it could just be that you're not actually seeing us right now. You're just seeing a wall of smoke. And we've already evolved and adapted to be able to see through that smoke. So, all right, well, cheers to you, and cheers to me, and cheers to you. And remember to love yourself, right?